Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Dorks in Danger, tabletop group where my friends and I play Dungeons and Dragons. Last time we were together, your party dove into combat with a group of dragon cultists who had been on the tail end of some ritual, engaging in some brief but intense combat and coming out victorious. Niah then shattered some odd gray crystals which seemed to implode and cause a massive earthquake which sent the cavern around you crumbling down amongst your party. Meow, Sam.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry you can hear that.
Synas, quiet. It's not your turn yet.
I'm just very scared.
You took one prisoner and escaped from the cavern, returning to the starry pool before interrogating said individual. You acquired a magic ring from the corpses in the pool and then moved the cultist back to Izathar and the others at the start of the dungeon. Your group then set about exploring the eastern half of the dungeon that you had not seen yet, trying to work out how to cross a poisonous fungal cavern. Some of your group managed to cross, but one half of your party went to look for another way around, quickly, however, discovering that the flame skull you had dealt with before was now living once again, unfortunately. So you doubled back and just brute forced your way through the fungal cavern, accepting the consequences as they may be. You then discovered a small ruined building, which looked as if it had been the recipient of some massive explosive battle long ago.
Synas.
I'm sorry.
Wow, Sam's real mouthy. Which you discovered had been perhaps the recipient of some massive explosive battle long ago. Discovering a treasure chest inside and attempting to loot it led you to run into a wraith, whom you initiated combat with, swiftly bringing about its end. You went even further into the main forge room and were greeted by a pair of spectators, which you'd seen before, who babbled quite incoherently about the state of the forge and how you shouldn't be here. After conversing with them for a while, one of them seemed to break down a little bit amidst the confusion and become distraught, flying straight into the flames of the forge and emitting a massive scream. Emerging from that forge now, a massive flaming humanoid made of the same tealish glitching flames which seemed to jitter about in the nearby braziers next to it. I need you guys to roll initiative.
I don't see initiative.
Yeah, you hold your dang horses.
Also, there's a cool glowing mace over here, FYI.
Yeah, that's true. There is a nifty glowing mace over there.
Well, I guess there's no harm in grabbing it now, huh?
Yeah, but my sword's cooler. I mean, we can grab it, but I'm just saying, like, I don't need it. Actually, who could use a mace? Synas? Can Synas use a mace?
It's made out of metal, so no.
Oh, fuck.
I'm proficient with it, but yeah, no.
Ugh, you stupid hippies and your
I'm so
metal.
sorry.
Wow.
I guess you can't touch gold either because it's made of metal, huh?
No, we make an exception for that one.
I see.
Currency.
Hypocrites, the lot of you.
See, we're all very friendly this evening. All right, Thava, what's your initiative?
Oh, sorry.
15, wonderful. Rinn.
How tall is this, by the way?
That's about a 15-foot vertical escarpment.
Jesus.
Climbable.
I can just run up it.
Well,
That's
yeah,
fine.
you can just walk straight up it.
I'm cool.
Yeah. So true. So true, friend.
We love a good escarpment.
It's a good word.
It's a very good word.
Okay. Sort. Okay, up first is the fire elemental.
Not fair?
As it roars out, a gout of flame blasts again upward toward the ceiling, and it is going to glance over all of you, and it is going to shift its form by... Oh, how far is that? Technically... Yeah.
You should.
Oh,
There's a guy right in front of you, dude. Your employee is out of line. You should discipline him. Come on, dude. What are you doing?
Employees out of line.
Your employee's out of line. Yeah, it's gonna move down the stairs towards you guys. using its 20 feet of movement, and you notice as it comes gliding towards the edge of these stairs, on each of its forearms, each of its sort of ethereal, flamey wrists, appear to be a pair of bracers that seem to just have merged with its form, and some flaming chains extend from there to some points up on top of this forge area that you cannot quite see where they go to. But it seems to just pull and yank at those chains and gets to about there before it has to stop moving, and it is going to make a couple of attacks.
Plural.
Man, who's ever right next to him is probably in danger.
Yeah, well, it would probably be really dangerous to stand next to a fire elemental. Synas, 2 attacks are going to come at you as its massive flaming claws reach out for you.
Oh, great.
Pretty sure only one of those hits, because the other's a single-digit number. So how's about you take for me, 7 fire damage.
Oh.
And you guys watch as this thing swipes at Synas once and swipes again, and where Synas gets hit, the imprint of a claw-like hand stays, and then all at once, Synas' entire body ignites in flame.
Oh.
As
God.
Synas, you become ablaze.
Great.
Until a creature takes its action to douse the fire, you are going to take some fire damage at the start of each of your turns. So
I don't like that.
well, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, no, I don't like that at all, I've decided.
And that is going to be its turn. Reyka, you are up.
Oh, well.
There is a massive, about 14-foot tall elemental flame before you.
Well, I don't know if anything I have can do anything to it.
You can certainly try.
I certainly
Why
can
did that-
try. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna back up 2 squares
Okay.
and just flick him with an arrow, and maybe it'll feel like a mosquito bite.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh God, a 13.
13 just hits.
Oh, okay. 6 points.
6 points as your arrow vanishes into the flaming form. And
And I need to do bugs.
bugs.
can.
Yeah, go ahead and do bugs.
Bugs on a fire elemental?
I mean, I'm sure
We'll
they'll
try.
be fine.
5 points.
Is that damage the same as your weapon's damage?
Let us see. Let's see. Bugs. Piercing damage.
Piercing damage, okay.
Yes.
So you dealt, okay. Yep, they definitely do damage, but it definitely seems like a bit less than you would have liked it to be.
Okay. That's about all I can do.
Okay. Niah, as we come to your turn, you feel something grab around one of your ankles, and everyone had been focusing on the massive fire elemental encroaching on you. No one had noticed the slinking tentacle of water sliding out from the northern cavern,
Oh my god.
which now wraps its way around Niah's leg. As you go to naturally resist and pull away, you hear a voice in your head, which in a calm voice just says, "Old soul, we must speak. I have waited 1,000 years for one who would speak with the end away as you. Come." And you are yanked to the ground, rather unceremoniously, initially, and dragged northward out of this cavern. The rest of your party sees you vanish up and around this corner,
Oh Jesus.
and you guys hear a loud yell as your friend vanishes, and there is a loud sound of a long yell and then sploosh into water. Niah, you are pulled by an unseen force deeper and deeper into a dark abyss of water, hundreds and hundreds of feet deep.
This is a bad time to admit that I have thalassophobia.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, how quickly did this thing yank her back? How many feet did it?
About 150 feet.
Oh my god.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, there's definitely some smacking into walls on the way.
Hey Reyka, good luck chasing after
And as you see the minimal light that had been above you and your dark vision barely aids you in this place, you feel so oddly calm throughout this whole thing. And you feel a hand touch upon your cheek. Sleep now. When you awaken next, we will speak at length of what is to come. And with one burst of breath, it's not so much drowning as just fading into the night.
Well then.
I would like to thank you for playing with us for as many sessions as you have. It has been wonderful to have you with us. And I hope that you can join us again whenever you have the chance to.
I'm looking forward to it.
Anyone glancing back, Reyka specifically, you see the festival mask, the odd kabuki mask that Niah had, is still left on the ground, right in front of the drag trail that she had vanished after.
The drag trail.
Wow.
But yes, Wyld, as you will be leaving our party, I hope to see you again soon, and I can't wait to see where we can bring you back in this story.
I am looking forward to it. Hopefully it won't be too long.
Thank you so much.
We'll miss you, Wyld.
Yeah, we'll miss you.
Miss you.
Have a wonderful
What? Wait, we didn't get to talk about your backstory.
Oh no!
Damn it! It's okay, now we're going to focus on Rinn now.
God damn it, Niah, you were my only escape.
And just to think, even right before the end, you got even more hints of the backstory. And you're
Yay.
even more concerned.
Exactly.
Alright, have a wonderful time, everyone.
All right, see
Bye,
ya.
Wyld.
Bye.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
Wyld.
Damn.
Hey, so they had a longsword +1.
Yeah, that went with them.
on the ground.
No, that went with them. Sorry, that was their
Yeah,
that's their bound weapon. So
As soon as Wyld leaves, can I have their stuff?
Deriaz is like, come on, man. Come on.
let me loot them.
All right, I'm on fire.
Yeah, that is actually true. You are immolated currently. Thava, it's your turn with the spectator on deck.
Thava's no pussy. She's gonna run up there and beat the shit out of that flame elemental.
All right.
I'm
Wonderful.
going to use Great Weapon Master to,
Okay.
do the whole Great Weapon Master
Yep.
bullshit. All right, let's see what happens. You said -5. It's -5 for that, right?
Yes, you get a -5 roll for a potential +10 in damage.
I feel like this is gonna miss, so I'm going to use my Channel Divinity
Okay.
to use.
Remember
Guided
that
Strike
Reyka just hit it with a 13, so
Well, I'm getting. Did you say just hit it?
yes, they just hit.
Barely.
Yeah.
Well, this is below that.
Okay, so
I will give myself a 22.
okay, very much hits.
Okay. Let's see. Damage. 10 slashing damage. I'm assuming you don't want me to roll for fire because I'm assuming it's immune.
Yeah, it's definitely immune to that.
Oh wait, sorry. It's more than 10 slashing damage. It's 20 slashing damage because of the
Great Weapon Master, yeah.
Yeah. So 20 slashing damage. with a magical sword. Hopefully
Wonderful.
That does something, I hope.
Yep,
I don't-
as you do one massive cut into this thing, you notice you actually do a fair amount of damage, and it yells out in its odd roaring fire of a language as its gaze turns from Synas straight to you. Because you hit it, I would like you to take 3 fire damage for me.
Okay.
As a gout of flame erupts from the spot that you struck. Anything else you'd like to do?
That's all I can do.
Okay. Then it is the spectator's turn. As it is observing the scenario, the spectator just looks at all of you and goes, "Visitors aren't welcome right now. You should probably leave." And it is going to float up toward the ceiling. So it's about 15 feet in the air from where it is. The ceiling is fairly close as it moves itself to about here, all the way up to the ceiling, putting it about 20 feet above you guys. And it is going to fire out several beams of energy from its different eye stalks.
That.
And okay. I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Bud, I need you to make a Constitution save for me.
Okay.
And Rinn, I need you to make a Constitution save for me.
The 19.
A 19 succeeds. You feel this awful cold overtake you momentarily as... Where the heck are my 10? Where the heck are the D10s, guys? No, like actually. Okay, there we go. As you take... 8 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, for save. You know I
On a
saved?
save, yeah. You take half damage.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh. Okay.
How much was that?
Wow.
8 points on a save.
Oh,
So it would have been 16
Yeah.
points of necrotic damage.
That's scary.
Yeah, just a
Can
tad.
Can the spooky water thing just drag the rest of us? 'Cause I feel like that's probably a better scenario.
Nope, it will not.
My hit points are not right again.
Rinn, what was your save?
23.
23 very much succeeds. You feel your body briefly tense up and completely freeze in place, but you shake it off immediately as the paralysis does not set in.
Oh.
Oh. There we go.
Okay. And then it is now Bud's turn.
Okay. Let's see. What do I want to do? I'm gonna go for... What is this guy's name again?
It is the
What do they call
spectator.
him? Spectator.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot the spectator
Do
with
it.
my longbow.
Do it.
Oh, that's probably not gonna hit. That's a 12. To hit.
12 unfortunately does not hit. As your arrow flies up, it kind of levitates to the side just a bit.
Yeah, it was a low roll.
Yeah.
But Bolt could try to do something. I assume he wouldn't be able to get to the spectator up here, right?
He would have to teleport to the ceiling and then fall after biting.
I was actually
So,
thinking about
I mean,
that.
he could do that. He might take a little bit of falling damage, but he would be able to do that. If you want him to take a bite out of that thing.
It's probably safer to do that than be close. Try to take a bite out of the fire elemental.
Yeah, I mean, that's a valid thing.
So yeah, I will actually do that. I'm glad we were thinking along the same lines of potential moves. So
I made this comment the
Bolt.
other day. I was like, was it a mistake to give the ranger a teleporting pet? I don't know.
Range.
Range. Let's go.
So he will teleport like into the air
Okay.
and try to take a bite out of this guy while he's
Now,
falling.
do you just as a point of order, do you want him to fall here, which would be a 30-foot fall, or do you want him to fall here, which would be a 15-foot fall?
Well, that'd be much better to do
Okay.
here.
Just saving
Yes.
him 3d6 damage.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point.
Go ahead and
Thank you.
make an attack roll for Bolt.
All right, let me pull this up.
Should have got some lozenges before this. My God, I'm coughing so much.
That is a 19 to hit.
Ooh, 19 definitely hits.
Wonderful. Okay, let me roll for damage. Oh, hell yeah. 8 plus 2
Okay.
plus 2, I
Good old
believe, yes.
12
so 12
damage. Ooh, a massive bite as he chomps onto one of those wiggling eye stalks and nearly tears it out. Actually. Okay. Yeah, actually, as you do this, one of the only things Bolt can really find purchase on is those wiggling eye stalks, as the center body of it is a bit slick and very spherical, so he can't really get his teeth on it. So he bites at one of the eye stalks, and as he begins to plummet, the stalk just kind of rips out of the socket of it,
Oh my.
as you take away one of its eye abilities,
Nice.
Okay.
which I will not tell you which one it was, for obvious reasons.
Okay.
How
How many eyes are there?
There are 4 eyes.
Okay, I was gonna
Plus
say
the
like,
center
that'd be
one.
a lot.
It
of
has
different
it
abilities.
has 4 eye stalks. You have seen 2 of its effects. Bolt falls 15 feet, so he's gonna take 2 bludgeoning damage as he lands harshly against the ground.
Okay.
Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
If a spectator's up in the air,
Mm-hmm.
would I incur an attack of opportunity if I moved?
Nope, he's not
No?
in melee range with Bolt, so
Okay.
He can
I
move.
will use some of my I'll just move back here. Well, hold on. Would it be do you think Bolt could like go down the escarpment right
he
here
would.
easily?
It's a 15-foot like sheer vertical drop, basically. So
Oh,
not
so it'd be
super
more
easily.
fall damage.
Yeah, it would probably need to be an athletics check to make sure he can do it in a reasonable amount. But as he's already
okay.
used his action to bite and blink and everything, I'm not sure he'd be able to do it all on this turn.
Yeah, I'll just move him back to let's see. Let's see, 5, 10, 20, like here.
Okay.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
As Bolt moves that way, looking around, I would say you hear from that far away, you hear Bolt call out, "Hey, those chains on his arms, they go to things up here." That's gonna be his free call for his turn.
Like from the fire elemental?
Mm-hmm. And you can see chains from its wrists that go up towards something you can't see nearer to the center of the forge. But as this is a 15-foot high edge, you can't see anything past it.
Okay.
Anything else on your turn?
Did anybody else hear Bolt?
Oh, everyone would have heard him.
Okay, good. Then that is well. I would still have some movement.
You haven't moved. Bud has not moved,
Yeah. So I will spread out a little bit to here.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Cool. Synas or Rinn, which one would you like to go first?
Rinn has slightly more dexterity, I know.
Okay.
Then Rinn, you are up with Synas on deck.
So when he shouted out that the I can't speak today. Oh my gosh. The chains are going up. Where are they going up to?
He said they're going up. They're going to something up here.
But we can't see it. It's too dark.
You can't see where he is. It's well illuminated, but you can't see what those chains go to. Again, this is a 15-foot high ledge in front of you.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
It's just visually obscured from your position. You'd have to get up onto the plinth to be able to see anything.
But if I cannot walk through the giant flaming elemental,
Well, you could climb up the wall that's in front of you.
that would take a certain amount of strength that I do not have.
It's true.
Don't you have good hops?
I have long hops. I don't have high.
Oh.
This I don't
Well,
think
if you
so.
could
No,
if you
your
angle yourself correctly, you can, you know.
your mirthful
Stop.
leap extends your long jump, but does not extend your high jump.
Thava, you could throw me.
Oh my god.
Do you trust me?
Okay, so DM, you said that my jumps are not.
Your long jumps are affected by your.
Oh, it says whenever you make a long or high jump.
Or high jump, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Can I try to hippity hop like a fucking frog up this thing?
Give me just a moment to look at something real quick.
Okay.
Special movement, jumping, vertical high jump, leap in the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier. What's your strength modifier?
1
Okay, so you can jump 4 feet up in the air.
plus 8 is not enough.
Potential
8. 1 to 8.
Well, you can. Rinn's extended arm height is probably about 6 feet, so you might be able to grab the edge and pull yourself up.
Should I give it a shot, you guys?
Potentially. You will probably have to make an athletics check to do all this, even with mirthful leaps, but it will be at a lower DC, I will say.
Okay. I'm
I
gonna
believe in
try
you.
it. Because, guys, I only have fire. So I'm not gonna be of much help.
Oh no, I think we all already knew that part.
I mean, there is
Can't
there
fight fire
is
with
a-
fire. Why do they say that then?
There is also the spectator, which is
This is true.
available to attack.
But I think I'm gonna go for the jump.
Okay. Make an athletics
So-
check for me after you roll your mirthful leaps dice.
Okay. That will be a D8.
Yep, and let me know what the result of that is.
2.
Okay, so 2, Rinn's 5'9". Okay. Yep, okay. Go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
No. 5.
5. Okay, the DC's not that low.
Okay.
You go trying to bound up this wall, and you get a really good leap, and you actually get your hands onto the edge up there. But you immediately lose your grip on the ancient dusty stone and fall straight back down about 15 feet and take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god.
This is worth a try.
I was imagining this jump being like those cats that do all the calculation, and then when they go for it, they don't.
They just barely do anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Can I see the top of the stairs?
You can see the top of the stairs, yes.
Can I see 1 square away from the giant fiery?
No. You can
No.
see the edge of the stairs right behind its blazing form right about there.
Cool. If I walk back towards Reyka, can I see further back from the giant
I would say you
fiery-
could see the top right next to it, yeah.
Okay, Misty Step.
Okay, where are you Misty stepping to? Right about hereabouts?
As far away from, but still on top of the surface as I possibly can.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30-foot range on Misty Step, correct?
Yeah.
Or is it a 60-foot range?
30.
30 foot. You blink to there.
Okay.
Putting you directly next to this flame elemental still, technically.
Shites. What do I
As
see?
it is a large creature. Up here... Wow, stop. Up here, you see a massive odd anvil surrounded by runic scripture and an ancient magical circle of some sort. The ground around here is completely shattered and cracked, and the anvil itself has sunken into the earth a bit. The forge to your southeast here is roaring with a massive bluish teal flame, but as you're looking at it, it kind of jitters and skips and mirrors itself, then flips back and forth and kind of glitches out in weird ways. There's 2 braziers on either side of the forge as well, which roar with a massive, similarly colored teal flame. Extending out of these braziers are the chains which link to the bright flame elemental behind you.
Okay. But we don't want him to get off of his chain. Is there any? Can I inspect them? Is there anything I could do to get him to like pull him back or something?
You already used your action to try and jump, so unfortunately you wouldn't be able to do an Arcana check on this turn. So I would say that's what you see. You're not really able to do much else this turn.
Okay. Well, I can still move.
Yep. Well, you would have used pretty much all of your movement because you need like a 10-foot run up to do a high jump.
Oh.
And then moving back to Reyka was about 20 feet from there, so you have 5 feet of movement, I think.
But moving to Reyka didn't make a difference, so I didn't do it.
Okay.
I could see the top of the
Okay.
stairs
So yeah, you've got
so.
25 feet of movement left?
Sure, yeah. Let's
Something
go
like
with Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and risk an attack of opportunity,
Which is
I guess.
exactly what it's going to do.
Alright.
And it does a 21 or 22 hit you.
Yes, it does.
Sure does. As you move away from it, one of its massive arms reaches back to claw at you, and you feel yourself engulfed in a roaring flame as you take 10 fire damage.
Do I have resistance to fire?
Do you have resistance to fire?
Because of my dragoniness?
What does it say on your sheet?
What does it say?
What does it
That
say?
was a thing. Is that
Defenses
not a thing?
are in the upper right, just under the HP, right next to the conditions.
Yeah, you do not have any defenses against fire.
Okay. It must be
I
like a
believe
further level or something.
I believe where is it? Yes, I think it's at a slightly later level that you have the ability to use sorcery points to give yourself resistance to your damage type.
Sounds like a 7th level type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case.
You similarly also are engulfed in a living flame which clings to your skin and hair, burning quite awfully.
Ooh, great. Okay, in that case, what was the damage? I forgot. already.
You took 10 fire damage.
10 fire damage. Alright, and then I'm gonna back up this way.
Yep.
And I'm gonna back up this way.
Okay, you are right next to one of these roaring, flaming, chain, braziers. Anything
All right.
else?
That's all I can do.
Alright, Synas, you are up. You are
I'm
on
on
fire.
fire.
You take 2 points of fire damage.
Oh, that's not so bad.
Not so bad. But you are completely engulfed in flame, still.
That is okay.
Okay.
Let's see. He took an attack of opportunity at
He did,
that
yes.
Rinn, so I feel like it's probably safe to move if I gotta. I am actually kind of worried about the spectator thing.
It is way up there.
Yeah, he is. So we're gonna. I feel like Thava's probably got this thing distracted because of that big hit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of a step over here.
Okay.
Does he swing at me at all? Does he have a second?
He does not have a second attack of opportunity, if that's what you're curious about.
Okay.
Nor does he take any legendary actions or anything like that.
Then what I'm gonna do is we're gonna help out with the spectator.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and just do a little basic sling attack to start with. Wait. Would I be able? Is he within thorn whip range?
What's your range?
30 feet. Probably not.
I'd say you could just reach him if you like press up against the escarpment wall in front of you. Because
Yeah, sure,
you can stand in that space just to yourself. Press up
Yes,
against the
that's-
wall and just kind of whip straight up underneath him.
Yeah, let's see if we can get him down lower a little bit.
Okay.
Does a 25 hit?
Yeah. Calm down.
And that's going to be 3 piercing damage. And I'm going to
Piercing
tug him 10 feet down towards
Okay.
me.
You yank this thing down. It is now 20 feet above you. And struggling against that thorn whip, blood gushing from its ripped out eye stalk spot.
And then with bonus action, I'm going to turn on the Archer Starry form.
Yep.
And with my other hand, I'm going to go ahead and just zip a little radiant little arrow thingy at it.
Yep.
I forget what the word is. D&D Beyond, please. No, I don't need the description of Starry form. We're just going to roll it normally.
Okay.
Oh, 1.
Oh no.
A 1.
Whatever, it's free to just sling that little
It's
thing.
true.
It's
You
fine.
fire this bolt of energy up there, and it whizzes past into the ceiling of starry minerals, and it lands against nothing.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
I'm gonna go ahead and just take a couple. You know what? Actually, no. I am gonna stay right there just in case.
Okay. Cool.
That is
Well,
gonna be it, though.
Then that brings us to the fire elemental's turn once again. Thava, its attention appears to have turned completely onto you as it looms over you, and it's going to try and slam both of its hands down on top of you in a multi-attack.
Roll bad, roll bad, roll bad, roll bad.
Does a 15 hit you?
No,
Does a 26 hit you?
a 26
no.
does hit. Heck no.
Heck no.
Can I just say it doesn't hit me?
I mean, you can, but I'm still gonna make it hit you.
I forgot
You
he's gone.
take you take 7 fire damage, and your entire form, head to toe, is coated in living flame as it roars out angrily.
Ow. How's it looking, by the way?
It looks fun.
It looks fine.
It's a roaring mass of flames. It seems to be holding its form together pretty well. But it tries to move northward, and the chains seem to restrict its movement. As Rinn, you notice that as it's pulling these chains, it's less that there's a tension in them that is restraining it, and it seems to react as if, one might react to suddenly pricking themselves on a thorn, or something sharp suddenly, as if it received a bit of pain from trying to pull away from those chains. Only you notice this, just due to your position. Reyka, you are up with Thava on deck.
Okay, well, my arrows don't do much of this thing, so I'm gonna aim at the specter.
The spectator.
Spectator. For the 17 hit
17 hits.
for 7 damage.
7 damage plus bugs.
3 bugs.
Bugs 10 piercing damage as this thing spouts out quite a bit of blood, and it looks bloodied for sure.
Okay. And for movement, can I count diagonal as 1?
Yeah, diagonally moving is 5 squares. Or is 5 feet of movement, so. Yep.
I'm gonna move. Where's my hand? Here.
Okay,
And end my turn.
wonderful. Thava, you are up with the spectator on deck.
Given I'm getting low on health, I'm going to remain standing next to it, but I'm going to start using some of my lay on hands.
Okay.
I'm going to use, let's say 18 charges of lay on hands
Okay.
to bring back 18 health.
Very good.
I think that's all I can do, because it's an action.
Okay. At the start of your turn, you do take 3 fire damage.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Automatically from the living flames engulfing your form.
Wait, how much? 3?
3,
Okay.
Whoops, ignore that. Now D&D Beyond decides to work.
of course. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn? Movement?
I mean, I don't know if I can, given that, I guess I'll reposition a little bit around.
Yep. It appears to kind of just be obstructing the stairs, stuck at the top of them.
Okay.
Anything else?
That's all I can do.
Okay. The spectator floats back up its 10 feet that you pulled it down. And is going to hover this way a little bit. 30 feet in the air above the both of you. Kind of loses sight of Synas there. So I'm going to need, as another 2 beams come flying out of this creature's eyes, I'm going to need both Reyka and Bud once again to make... Well, not once again, but I need you to make... Reyka, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, and Bud, I need you to make a constitution saving throw.
7.
19, you feel your mind kind of swirl a little bit, but you shake off whatever odd energy was beginning to engulf you. Bud, on a 7, you feel yourself seize up and your muscles all tighten outside of your control, and you become paralyzed.
Oh shit, Jesus.
Ooh.
That is
For 1 minute.
Oh, fuck.
You will be able to do this saving throw at the end of your turns to end the effect.
Okay.
Speaking of your turn, it's your turn.
It's my turn!
You are paralyzed and can do nothing. Because of this, you also cannot order Bolt to take any action, so Bolt will just take the dodge action.
Oh, okay.
Because the way the hunter's pet works is you have to use your bonus action to order him to do a thing.
Oh.
But since you can't do anything, can't do that, he automatically takes the dodge action. Go ahead and make another Constitution saving throw for me.
I was gonna say, looks like I have my only thing I need to do.
Yep.
Constitution saving throw. That's gonna be a 16?
A 16! Despite this massive tensing up of every muscle, you finally wrestle yourself back under your own control, and you feel very, very just stiff, like you've just woken up from a very long sleep, but you can move again, and you are no longer paralyzed. But that is
awful.
your entire turn, unfortunately.
Well, at least I'm not feeling horrible. Immobilized.
Rinn.
Well, if it's my whole turn, commanding bolt is a bonus action.
Yeah, you can't do
So that-
anything.
can't do that either?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, just
That's
to
at
make
the
sure.
end of your turn.
Yeah, at the end of your turn, you make the save again, basically.
At the end of the turn.
Yeah.
Okay. That could mean 2 different things.
Right.
So-
Yeah. No, it
right,
basically
cool.
means you get none of your turn accessible to you. You just have to make the save again.
Yes, outside of that.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Okay, Rinn, you are up with Synas on deck.
Okay. What would it take to like inspect this? Would it be an action or?
It would use your action to inspect it using Arcana.
I don't know if we have that kind of time. Can I kick the brazier over?
Yeah, it's not moored down. It's surprisingly not very heavy as you push it. It feels empty despite there being visually like blue roaring flaming coals in it.
Yeah.
And you shove it over. You see a ripple of magical energy as it tips over and the chain snaps and yanks the elemental's arm back, and it's going to roar out in pain. As you see, its arm basically gets torn free and then reforms, albeit a bit weaker. It appears like that did quite the big chunk of damage to it. You're not sure how much.
Oh.
As
I'm
that,
actually useful.
that brazier goes out and the flames of the forge flicker heavily. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn here?
I want to scream at everybody. Kick the fucking braziers! And that's it.
Okay. Synas, is Thorn Whip a cantrip?
Yeah.
Okay, just double checking. It is your turn.
Am I still on fire?
You are still on fire. Actually,
Yeah,
point of
put
order.
that
Rinn, you would have taken 2 points of fire damage at the start of your turn from the flames that cling to you.
Oh, I'm on fire.
You're on fire. You can use your action to douse yourself.
Oh, I did not understand that I was on fire.
Synas, you take 4 points of fire damage.
Oh, okay.
You'd think it'd be obvious.
You'd think, but I mean, you are used to being on fire.
True.
True.
Synas, what you would like to do? I also can't speak tonight, clearly.
That weird magic-y effect still a thing
Yeah.
if I cast a first level.
You feel that static throughout your whole body, still.
Yeah, but how does the spectator look? He said bloody?
It's definitely bloodied. Which I would say indicates that it is at or below half health.
Oh, gosh. I think I could take one more turn of being on fire before I should probably put this out. I'll go ahead and take a little step over here.
Yep.
So that way I can see it.
Yep.
And I'm gonna use one of my free little guiding bolt uses
Okay.
on that spectator.
Does that technically
Nope.
count as a
Yes.
leveled spell?
Oh my god, dude, I'm cursed today. Yeah, it's coming from an ability, so I'm not sure.
But you're still making a spell attack on it?
Yeah, it's still a ranged spell attack that I rolled a 1 on.
You rolled a 1.
I rolled 2 ones in a row.
Oh no!
I did get the curse.
You
Oh,
did
no.
absorb Niah's curse. You shouldn't have said anything.
Shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Shit. As you fire that out, you see the spectator actually hooks one of its eye stalks around that bolt this time as it comes flying by, and it whizzes that bolt down at Reyka instead
What?
as it uses its spell reflection feature.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Reyka does, what's the plus on that for you?
+6.
Does a 21 hit you, Reyka?
Yes.
Yeah, could you go ahead and roll that damage for me, Synas?
Yeah, sure, I'll roll amazingly. How about 17 radiant damage?
What
Oh.
the fuck?
And also the next
Wow.
attack on you has advantage.
Oh no.
Dre, what the fuck, dude?
I'm just using
hurt.
the monster as it exists.
Dre's like, let's get a TPK. Come on.
Listen,
Great way to
it
end
has
it,
to
doesn't it?
feel like a final fight.
Yeah.
If I'm not putting all you below half health,
thought
what am
the
I even
dragon
doing?
Cultists for the final fight.
What do
Come
you
on. This is
mean?
a side boss.
You fucking bodied those guys.
I mean, I got bodied too, though.
You
I
did,
was like-
actually.
I was getting torn apart by the blowjob brothers.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Wow. Synas, anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna do another free little ranged little.
Are
arrow.
you?
No, not at you. This isn't a spell. This is just an ability.
Okay. No, go ahead. I'm thinking about
Why
something.
does that button not want to? Oh, it's fine. I'm discovering specific buttons don't. I almost rolled another 1 for a
Oh my
second.
lord.
Does a 16 hit?
It does.
It doesn't like to roll my abilities damage. I gotta do custom. That's gonna be 11 radiant damage on him.
Very good.
Not on Reyka, on him.
Very, very good indeed.
Don't reflect?
No, it hit him, so it doesn't reflect his spell.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm still got 30 feet of movement, so I'm gonna go
Mhm.
ahead and run on under this guy down over to here.
So I just want to check as well that guiding bolt initially was one of the uses of your star map casting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's per long rest. I have
Yes, you have 2.
free uses. So,
But
Hey,
it
at
is
least
it is
one
still
of them landed.
technically a first level spell.
Yep.
So I do need you to roll me a D100.
I was hoping to get a big hit and try and kill this guy quick.
Hmm? It does
Okay,
look
I
pretty
rolled a
bad.
one on a
One out of
D100.
100.
You rolled a 1 on a D100.
Wow.
Dude, I'm cursed today.
Like, you die instantly.
What the?
Oh, that's
The tentacle grabs you.
that's actually so interesting.
Do I need to move back to where I was? When I
Yeah,
cast
if you
to be
could
safe?
for me, that'd be super.
It's probably like a fireball goes off at my.
As you cast this spell and that odd sparking, weaving threads of flickering, odd glitching magic rip out from your hand, and as that spell gets reflected and slams into Reyka and you fire the other bolt, it's like someone turns off all the lights suddenly. As all magical items within the entire region lose their magical properties.
What?
Oh no.
What did you do?
I don't know.
Everything suddenly goes dark as the forge dies. The elemental
What?
screeches out.
Well, I did it.
Rinn,
I
you
won.
watch the other brazier just shatter apart, and the brazier that you've tipped over fractures and shatters apart, and the elemental screeches and roars and then fades into nothingness.
What?
Suddenly.
Did you do?
I.
But
What?
Oh my god. I can't believe you rolled this. Jesus.
What? What?
As a note,
What did you roll?
I rolled a 1 on a D100
Yeah.
because of the wild magic thing.
Oh.
everyone, if you have a magic item, it is now a mundane item for the time being.
Oh.
Oh,
not
okay.
permanently? Okay.
You don't
Well, we
know.
don't know how long this is
You
gonna
don't know
last.
how long it's going to last, but you sense all of the magical properties of your equipment vanish.
I'm gonna immediately put out my flames, by the way. Oh, fuck. Or wait, no,
You
we're
are still in combat. I
Spectator's
was
still
just
here.
pausing the music for the moment. The spectator looks confused,
I do too.
to say the least. But the elemental is gone. Reyka, it's your Synas. You can do your movement if you'd like to now. You're still on fire.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and as Synas comes to a stop, he's gonna look back at the spectator and say, well, I guess you're unemployed now.
Uh-huh. Well, actually. Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
Wait,
Please tell me he disappears because of that line.
As the spectator looks at the fact that this fire elemental has vanished, and it looks down at you and it goes, I'm free? He's dead! I'm free! And he just pops and vanishes in like a sparkly mist of abyssal energy.
Whoa.
whoa,
A good thing happened.
I rolled a 1 and I did a good thing?
I won!
Holy shit.
Whoa.
That was the one thing I didn't want you to roll on that fucking table.
If it was that like a 1 and 2 type thing, or was that only 1?
That was a 1 and 2.
Oh my god.
I want Deriaz to get inspiration for this turn. Just for that wild moment and then saying the perfect thing to get rid of the guy.
Yeah, I'll give you inspiration. What a series of fucking events.
What?
You guys can go
I put
ahead.
myself out, by the way. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
you guys can go ahead and put yourselves out. Thava, Rinn, everyone who was coated in living flames. You can uncoat yourself of living flames just by patting them out.
Oh god,
Okay.
no, I wish Niah was here to see that.
I'm
that
so mad.
One was for them.
I am so livid right now. Unbelievable.
Well,
Actually
just-
unbelievable.
You should have conveniently forgotten about the whole effect of the, cave. I mean, could have saved you all the,
I think that goes
Okay.
under the list of times you accidentally fucked yourself with a mechanic.
sounds sexy.
Wow.
Anyway, silence is restored to the room once again. Rinn, it's dark around you.
Oh.
Pitch black again. The only thing that had been illuminating this space is now extinguished, which had been the forge.
I got a little bit of light coming off my main.
Yeah, you're emitting, what was it, 10 feet of bright, 10 feet of dim?
Yep.
So Synas is a glowing light in this very dark cavern.
I also want to immediately go over and make sure Reyka's okay. I'm so sorry. I was not aware that it could do that. Oh my gosh.
It's okay. It was an accident, and I'm doing all right. It was just quite surprising.
Oh,
Hey, Synas,
yes.
you missed a spot.
Bud like licks his finger and like touches the tip of his tail and like where a little fire was.
Thank you. I would have been walking around like one of those fire dogs I've seen. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's hilarious.
Rinn, do you bring up some dancing lights to illuminate the area here?
Oh, I
for
can
yourself?
Do that?
Well-
The magic is returned?
Well, magic itself is still weird. Your magic items are still mundane.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I guess your focus is... What is your focus? Is it your gloves?
Would it be a bad idea to
yeah.
do that?
I chose my gloves.
Your gloves are fine. They're not technically a magical item.
Okay.
They're just your chosen focus, so you still have access to your casting focus.
Well, I would have tried to cast dancing lights regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it takes a moment or two, but your little motes of flame ignite up around you.
Great.
In the gentle light that is now cast over the dead forge, you see a long, charred-away skeleton in a pose that looks as if it is reaching up and out, as if it was trying to reach to grab a hand, or it had fallen in, or been perhaps pulled in. On its hand is a ring, which seems to have stood the test of time, but is very heavily blackened.
I swear that wasn't my fault.
Where do we see
Also-
this?
Rinn only sees this up in the
Only
forge.
Rins. Got it.
Also, Thava is going to grab the mace that was previously glowing over here.
Yep.
Because even if it's mundane, I'm sure it looks really intricate and
It does look intricate. It is no longer glowing.
yeah, figured. But I will grab it anyways because I
Yep.
knew it was glowing before, and I know that everyone's. I mean, I don't know exactly what happened, but we all sense that our magic items just basically powered down.
Yeah, you
right?
basically sensed a pulse from Synas, and all magical items in the area have just kind of...
Okay. Yeah, I'll still pick that up.
Which means your sword is no longer smoking and flaming, your, you know...
When after Thava picks it up, she turns to the rest of the party. It's like, where did Niah go?
I was just about to say Synas was gonna run to the north and yell for Niah
Mhm.
to see if he hears anything.
Yeah. As your voice echoes out, you hear the crashing of waves and nothing more. The festival, fox-shaped festival mask lies at your feet at the edge of the drag marks that led away.
Should we go after her? The forge will still be here.
Of course.
We should go look.
Yeah, for sure. Rin's probably gonna start walking that way.
I'll go ahead and pick up the mask and kind of tie it to my loose belt alongside the feathers, and then move on after the group.
Yep. As you guys enter this room, perhaps lighting up some torches and with a bit of help from Rinn's magical dancing lights, you encounter a narrow ledge which overlooks a large cavern housing a surging, seething body of water. The rhythmic booming is heard throughout the mines, is so loud here, and at regular intervals a fresh surge of water funnels into this chamber from the back, slamming into the wall at the bottom of the or into the wall below you guys, which there is about a 35-foot drop to the water from up here. The echo of this sound suggests that this is just one exiting point of this water. It seems to be flowing in from the north and slamming in, but even hovering lights down close to the water, you cannot see a bottom to it. It just seems to go endlessly deep.
Damn.
And there is no sign of your friend anywhere to be seen.
we do, guys?
What are we gonna do?
Niah's
Oh,
just gone.
Rinn's gonna shoot a firebolt into the water.
Okay. It goes into the water a ways before being extinguished. It goes its full distance. You see the light course down. You see it illuminate the edges and walls, but you do not see it reach a bottom, and it is just darkness past where it goes, even 120 feet down. Another 2 minutes goes by, and that same surging of water surging in and crashing against the ledge, spraying all of you with water as it splashes up. But nothing beyond the dark water you see below. Oh, did my Discord? I think my Discord died there for a second.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, could you not hear us?
I couldn't hear you guys for that
Yeah,
whole
okay.
moment for some reason.
Yeah, we were asking you many questions.
Cool. I asked them again because Discord stopid.
We're just like, oh, he thinks we should figure it out through the narrative he's saying next, and I guess that's just what we'll get.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, so we're on a cliff.
You're on a cliff that's about 35 feet down to the water surface.
Okay. D&D Beyond is drunk.
I guess, can I do a divine sense?
Yep. What's the range on that?
Only 60 feet.
As you send out this pulse, unlike before, Rinn is the only Fae that you detect.
Damn.
Are we sure she went this way?
Synas, you do notice that there is what looks like the marks of a hand dragging through the dirt next to your feet, and the still wet surface where that water tentacle had dragged her.
Signs point to this being it, but I don't know what to do. It's too far down for us to go.
Dre, does this does the water remind me of your description? Does it like lead out, like, is it like a, how do I put this? Like, could you take a boat and like sail like into like what we can't see beyond, or does it go like completely underwater?
From where Rinn is standing, there is an end to the cave back that she can just barely potentially see up in the northeast. It looks as though water surges up and rolls into this room and splashes up against the wall. But it appears to be doing so from some type of underground network.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way we can do anything here. Trying to think if there's anything I want to do. Is there anything like weird about the water itself, or no?
You can make a perception check, I suppose.
I was gonna say nature or perception,
Yeah,
but
sure.
perception's better.
Yeah.
Natural 20, so that's a 24.
Wow. Natural 20.
Dang.
Water time.
This water is made of water.
Nice.
It is
Nice.
the most... There's nothing out of the ordinary with this water. It looks like you are looking down at some sort of caldera, or not caldera, but like a cenote in a way. Just a perfectly very, 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 very deep pool of water.
Yep, it's water.
Did you say Rinn sent their dancing lights down there?
Yeah, I could do that. I could send him down.
Yeah.
They go down
What
to
the
about a
range is?
range of 60 feet. So about 30 feet into the water surface. And you kind of swirl them around. It's just empty water as far as the lights are able to cast their light.
Reyka's just kind of kneeling on the edge, just looking down contemplatively.
Oh god.
Having been around for a bit, could I do like a nature or survival check or something to try to guess at what that could have been?
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same if
Okay.
if there's any kind of knowledge that might.
Good point.
Don't know which one it might be, but
Synas,
or even Arcana maybe.
make
so
an
that's
Arcana check. It's because you're proficient in it.
we're back to the stinky rolls 10.
You aren't
course.
sure. It looked, at the glance that you got before Niah got pulled into the darkness, it looked very similar to maybe a water elemental, but something moving that big and that fast, much bigger and perhaps much more powerful than a water elemental.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like some sort of water element. That seems like something more, but I don't have a dang clue.
Guys, I really want to stay here and think of something, but we may need to go back and ask for help. Figure out what on earth that could have been.
Maybe the black spider will know something. We
Maybe.
seem to know a bit about this place, anyway.
Not a bad thought, actually.
All the more
he might
reason to
know.
go after him.
I mean, Niah's clever, though. They might.
I'm sorry, I got
They might have a way out of this.
glass staff mixed up with
Yeah, that's okay.
yes. Yeah. I did not mean that.
Oh, right,
Let's
right,
go
yeah,
back
yeah.
to our tentative friend and ask him.
Yes, friend, quote unquote.
Yes.
I am also worried about the forge relighting. I mean, it's broken at the moment because of whatever the hell that was, but I'm worried about it relighting.
Yeah.
We'll check the forge on the way back.
Okay. As you guys take a few more moments to look down into the gently shifting and pulsing water, wondering what in the world your friend has gotten themselves into, you finally gather yourselves and begin to head back southward into the forge room. Similarly, as you guys come to the top, up these stairs, you see the same thing Rinn saw, being that skeleton looking as if it was struggling to reach out for something. And you see this, the only thing left of their body besides the very charred skeleton is this ring on its hand.
Well, that seems.
Can I check for traps?
Yeah, make an investigation
Check
check.
for traps on the corpse.
You never know.
You never know.
Some people are that evil.
Yeah, we do remember the ghost, I suppose.
15.
15. You feel pretty confident, feeling around the edge of the forge, feeling over the coals, kind of sliding your hand along the inside edge. Doesn't seem like there's anything odd about this thing other than all the runic markings that are inscribed into the stones. All of which, however, have gone dark due to this pulse. What would you like to do?
So the ring very clearly looks like it stands the test of time, right?
It's still in one piece even after the supposed multiple hundreds of years that this place has been sealed up.
So, you can tell me whether or not I know this, but can I make an assumption, as an adventurer and somebody who's run into magical items before, that if something has stood the test of time, mostly untarnished, that's probably magical in nature?
Yeah, I'd say that's a reasonable assumption.
So I'm going to assume the ring is magical or at least well constructed, so I kind of want to take it off his hand.
Okay. As you reach out and grab it, the skeleton practically disintegrates on contact the moment you remove the ring from its hand, falling away to ash amongst the pile of ash within the forge itself.
Alright, I'll let it.
But you have a mysterious blackened ring.
Okay.
And we probably won't be able to identify it for a bit because was it also affected by the, you're
not sure.
de-magicking?
You're not
Oh,
sure,
no.
but
Okay.
it, maybe.
Okay.
And specifically as you're holding this ring, Thava, it looks like the ring is actually two pieces connected by a very thin mithril chain. As you kind of clean off the metal a little bit, you recognize and can feel the lack of weight to this odd silver-looking material. One of the rings is decorated with 3 very tiny red crystals, and the other appears to have more of a shackle look to it. They look as though they are meant to be worn on one finger.
I'm gonna just add blackened ring to my inventory for now until.
Okay. Where would you guys like to go?
There was more to the cave to the north. Should we go back and check beyond the water?
Yeah, definitely. And just like double back and check if there's any rooms that we've missed on the way.
Yeah, probably not go the way with the green skeleton head. That wouldn't be nice.
As you guys move through to the north, you find yourselves coming out of a tunnel on the other end of what appears to be a collapsed cavern section. You can see to the other side, Rinn, was where you had seen this cavern before.
Right.
There is a fairly steep drop of about 40 feet down to the bottom of this chasm. It looks as if it was collapsed. It appears as if the water had flowed through here in a controlled manner before, but is now simply waterfalling and rushing off to the north into a new crevice that it has found and made. You can see that there are ropes attached to pitons on the other side, but not on the side that you are on.
Could I use some or all of my rope to just like put one down?
Yeah, you could.
You want to go into the cavern?
You could toss your 50-foot length of rope down and hammer it into the stone up here. No problem.
Okay.
Allowing you to climb down.
Nice. I can see only other paths we haven't made it through here, but it looks like it goes back to the Flame Skull room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I assume we can just climb these ropes, no problem?
Yep, you can
Can we
climb
spot
those.
anything in this
no
ravine?
problem. Make a perception check for me.
Oh, good point.
Perception.
I will aid Thava in that.
Okay.
Don't bother. I got a 7.
Okay.
Oh,
You can make it at advantage if you would like, if Bud is going to help you.
do I have time
Okay,
for
sure.
guidance?
Sure, I'll allow it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Advantage, right?
Advantage
I got
with
13.
guidance.
What's the
Add a
D4?
add a d4.
I believe in you.
So 4, so 17.
Heck yeah.
17. You work your way around, moving some stones out of the way. You find the crushed corpses of a few bugbears here. Individuals who you assume potentially worked for the spider, who might have gotten caught up in a unfortunate fatal collapse of this cavern. You do not find anything treasure-like, unfortunately, on any of the bodies or in any of the piles.
That's fair. Okay. I guess this is our way back. We're gonna technically go back this way.
Yep. You guys can traverse this just fine. For brevity's sake, you have been through this entire dungeon. There
on the world map, it says that the cave's finally clear. We did it.
Wow, 100%.
100%.
Heck yeah. It'll
Um,
respawn in 3 days.
As you guys return to your friends, you see that Gundren and Nundro are still speaking with each other at length about a few things. You see Izithar watchfully standing over the spider, who is still in manacles, or is in manacles now himself, and the cultist who is sitting at Izithar's feet.
I'll be right back.
As he welcomes you guys back, he just looks over all of you. Oh, looks like you guys had a run-in with a bit of fire.
And
Why do you
water.
say that?
And why are there only 5 of you?
That's the water part.
I wish we had an answer for you. There is, to the northeast of the cave, there is something possibly living in that cove. And it grabbed Niah. They're gone as far as we can tell, unless we have some way of getting down there. And
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't have any magic like that. You see the drow lifts his head, looking at all of you. I don't remember any living being in that deep pool. It goes down beyond 500 feet even. But my magic availed me to know such elementals or living beings within it.
So she's just gone and nobody knows?
I would not be able to help you in this regard.
I mean, they're crafty. They'll probably be able to figure out some way back to us. I'm sure.
You guys see Gundren approach next, peeking around Izithar a little bit at you guys. Is it clear? Is it, Oh, fuck, where's Niah? Oh, shit. Oh. Not the girl. Oh, damn it. And he holds his face in his hands.
Gundren, something down there took her. Just took her.
We don't know if she's alive or dead. She's just gone.
He shakes his head a bit, taking that wide-brimmed hat off, and sighing. That's 2 very important people in my life for this damn cave. Is it
Beginning to wonder if it's worth it.
Well, I'm not just going to let it sit and rot now. We have access to it.
The cave itself, we've cleared out what we can of it. There may be a small pack of kobolds still wandering the halls, but the forge itself it might have broken amongst some of the scuffle.
I'm back.
Broken in what way?
It was exuding some sort of aura that was inhibiting and modifying spells. I may have, in trying to deal with a spectator, swung a spell at it, and a pulse of what I can only describe as anti-magic may have shattered what little power was left in it.
Well, suppose it'll be more of a museum piece then, if the magic is gone from it. I suppose perhaps there might be some mages that could repeat the enchantments that are on it in the future.
I got the sense it didn't have much magic left in it as it was. The fire elemental that was guarding it did not seem altogether there. It wasn't acting like any fire elemental I've ever heard of or seen.
A forge with a living flame in it. That's damn weird magic. I wonder how they would have been able to control such a thing. Well, either way about it, this mine is still probably rich with platinum and gold. As wont as I am to say that the sacrifice is worth it. Monetarily, technically, it will have been.
That's pretty cold.
I'm still processing a lot. I'm just trying to look at the facts of the matter. My rule always is, if you haven't seen a body, it doesn't mean they're dead. It means they're more than likely alive. Applies to your enemies as well. I have no doubt she's alive somewhere.
Well, if we can get Gundren back, I think it's possible.
I hope so.
Either way about it, all of you have done all of the hard work. As horrible as this is, I am forever indebted to all of you. I don't have much beyond this prospect. This was the big one, as it were. So, regardless of how much blood has been spilled to acquire it, I think it would be wrong to not use it in memory of our friends, and to not, as they say where I'm from, blood on the stone just makes it more. And yes, that is cold, but... And he looks over at the body of his brother laying against the wall. Suppose we all have different ways that we have to grieve. But life is for the living. You should keep on living.
It's about the best route we can take for now, I suppose.
And if we're gonna keep on living, we need to go rest.
Yes, I think you're all due for a rest. You look haggard, to say the
I'm
least.
so tired.
In actuality, it's since you guys woke up at the beginning of this day, it's been like 4 hours. 3 hours, 4 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you guys long rested before coming down here. You only walked for like another 20 minutes to get into this main cave. You only short rested twice, I believe.
Oh my god.
It's a lot in 4 hours.
So it's
Three
been
episodes, 4 episodes?
yeah, and it's been about 4 hours. Yeah.
My goodness.
D&D.
Feels like it's been the whole day.
So it took a while, even with the maze, though, right? I mean, it didn't
Well,
take
it
nearly
took
as
you
long as
guys an entire day of navigating the maze to get to the point where you were basically at the front door of this area.
Oh, and then we
you
basically
long rested,
slept. Yeah.
and now and then you started into the dungeon. So
I
today
can't
has
believe-
only been dungeon.
It's like when you're... Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's like when you're at work and you think the day's gone by, but it's only been 4 hours.
It's only lunch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's lunchtime. What the fuck? You mean it's not time to go yet?
I feel like I've worked 2 full days. So yes, you guys, if you would like, could take a long rest here or spend the second half of your day beginning the trek back out through the maze.
I think we all agree that we all need to rest right fucking now.
That's up
We
to
can
you.
rest outside, though.
Yeah,
You'll-
can we rest like right outside?
Yeah,
Maybe
you could.
not
you
in the
could,
cave we just
you,
spent.
You could maneuver your way back out to find that little nook that you had made before. Izithar hoists up the cultist to walk him, the spider walking under his own accord, as Gundren picks up the body of his older brother Thardan to begin carrying him back into the labyrinth with you. As you begin to leave the area that's static, that had been existing still, that weird, just odd, that oddness to the magic seems to fade finally. And all of you feel once again that magic begins to alight within your magic weapons and gear as you are marching through the halls.
I really hope the forge didn't turn back on and Gundren doesn't walk back down like, oh, gonna start the day.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo. We'll go
Synas,
back
can
to...
Can you identify and walk at the same time?
What does God feel about that? Can I walk and identify? at
Can
the
you
same
walk
time?
and cast a ritual spell at the same time?
I feel like no.
No, not really.
Yeah, 'cause that needs a lot of focus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because is the glowing mace glowing again? And
Yes,
is the
the mace does begin glowing once again.
and is
and
the
your-
blackened ring.
It is
doing anything?
it is still black, and it does not seem to behave any differently.
Rinn's gonna go
Okay.
run off to go pee in a bush real quick.
In a bush, miles underground.
AKA also known as I need to be right back.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Your party begins the trek back through the labyrinthine structure that is the Wave Echo Caves, amphitunnels, as it were, the entrance. You find your little campsite that you'd set up, and begin to bed down once again. One odd thing, looking at the dust and pebbles and everything around the area, everything feels as if it has, you know, a layer of dust that you guys had cleared away before has rebuilt back up. Which, this amount of dust, there is a light, you know, bit of pebble and, you know, rock and drips of water here and there coming down, but it's as if you're finding this campsite days after you had already camped here before. It's very odd.
Oh. Please don't tell me
Time
time
moves
works different
differently
down there.
You're not sure? But you guys...
In 84 years.
Oh my god.
You guys begin to settle down for an evening of rest.
Before we take our long rest,
Mhm.
can I cast 2 spells of good berry to have 20 good berries in my pocket
Yeah,
for the next day?
You sure
Also-
can.
We need to talk.
Indeed.
We need to talk. I think we need to talk.
Who needs to talk?
Nah. Nothing big happened at all.
There's
down
nothing
there.
to unpack about what just happened.
Between Niah and Rinn, I feel like there's a decent bit to talk about. Don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
So as you
I know
guys
Okay.
settle in for the evening, everyone's your compatriots seem to keep to themselves. Izathar is mainly keeping an eye on the individuals that he is holding charge over.
Did I walk back to everybody having set up camp?
That's what they're doing right now.
Got it.
And the thing I will describe to you that I described to them is as you guys come across the campsite that you had used before, it looks as if, you know, dust and water and everything have reaccumulated here again, as if it has been not one, but many, many days since a camp was here. Just an odd thing.
Okay.
But you do set up camp. And Thava, please continue.
I know we've been through a lot today, but Rinn, you mentioned that you'd be willing to talk about what we saw down there once we made it back out.
Right. So... Well, I mean, if you're talking about Glassstaff saying they'd take me back with them, if they could, well...
Point of order, it wasn't Glassstaff that said that.
Oh,
It was-
sorry, the other guy. I get
It was
all,
the Aarakocra.
all mages look the same.
Racism.
True, even the ones that giant birds versus old men. Yeah.
Fair point. So, well, I've been on the run for some time, and where I grew up, there were a lot of cult of the dragon, cult of Tiamat around, or, well, they didn't call themselves a cult, but, I don't know, they knew somebody who, was a part of our community, and, well, I don't know why they would be looking for me unless my family got them to look for me.
Did you run away from home?
Yeah, sure, yeah,
Or is your family okay?
Yeah, they're fine, I think. I mean, nothing ever happens there, so...
Why are there a bunch of dragon cultists hanging around your family, around your community?
Yeah, that's not normal.
Oh, we have a lot of people passing through. It's not just them. They didn't come by that much. But, I don't know. The Arinan seem to know them.
Can I roll insight or whatever? Like,
Sure,
because this feels like she's holding out on me.
sure. Make an insight check.
No offense. It's just
Rhos,
like,
go ahead and make a persuasion or deception check.
oh shit.
I mean,
Without saying which one.
okay.
I'm telling you right now, you'd probably beat me. Oh yeah, no, you're gonna fucking beat me for sure.
Roll a 20, it's fine.
Yeah, no, I rolled an 8.
Okay. Well, to you, she seems quite genuine. But that doesn't
It
really
doesn't
sway
fu-
you either way, now does it? Yeah, she's just like, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, I never associated with them. I don't really know any of them. They just were around, and I guess somebody got them to look for me, which is upsetting because I thought I knew who to look out for. And I guess I was wrong.
I
may
just
have-
don't. Oh, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say, I may have missed. Where did you say you're from? That this is somewhat normal.
Well, It's pretty far from here.
I've been around.
Yeah. It's this little community in the forest, and we're pretty isolated. Nothing ever fucking happens there, and I left because I was very bored, and
Does this little place in the middle of nowhere have a name?
sort of. It's well, we just call it the circle. It's surrounded by very big trees, and mostly everyone there is a ranger or a druid or somebody who knows how to do all that sort of stuff, and I never really got into it, really. Didn't exactly fit in.
Struggling to understand how a place with that description would have members of the cult of the dragon milling about it.
I don't know what to tell you.
So you grew up around people who were associating with the cult of the dragon, is what you're saying.
I guess. I don't know. I didn't even know they were some terrible organization until I started reading things, and then, well, I mean, that's how I knew everything else in the world was so much more exciting. And where I learned how to, you know, what everybody else is like out there, I suppose.
Well, the cult is after you for some reason. Obviously, you have to be important to them somehow. Is there anything you can think of that would make you think would make them want to find you and bring you in alive?
No. No, I can't think of anything.
Is this the first time that somebody has recognized you from outside of the circle?
Yeah. Hopefully. I don't know, Neverwinter's a pretty big city, so...
And why did you say you left again?
Well, nothing ever happened there. It was terribly boring. And I wanted to be part of everything else that was going on in the world.
Well, you've certainly done that.
Maybe a little too much of that. I mean, really, I just wanted to find somewhere in the city to live, and then I got all tangled up with you, and all this went where it went. Just looking for a bit of fun. It's getting less fun. I guess I didn't think it would be so serious out here. Anyway, are we done with the third degree?
Thava kind of looks to Synas, kind of shrugs her shoulders.
The way I see it, if somebody knows that you are around, they recognize you, they obviously wish to capture you or kidnap you or something, so we're out of the cave. We may be able to make some distance from some of these members. All we can do for now, I suppose, is be on guard and I guess try to make things more fun again to put it your way.
Wait a minute. Didn't one of you find a journal on one of their bodies, one of the dragon cultist bodies? Did we ever read that?
Didn't have time.
Well, now we do.
Who picked that up?
Yeah, who did? That wasn't Niah, was it?
No.
Oh no! I'm not sure.
It might have been.
Oh,
I
shit,
think it
might be.
was,
Oh,
but for story's sake, I'm gonna say Thava has it.
I was gonna say like retcon that
Because
when she
otherwise
gets dragged
you
away, it fell out of her pocket
will
or something.
Yeah, like
Quest items
Synas-
can't be discarded.
Synas, you reach into your pocket and like inside the kabuki mask is this little journal.
She stores it in her kabuki mask. You see,
Why
does
kabuki mask of holding.
Why does she keep this here? This one?
You also see off to the side the Amethyst Dragonborn offers a piece of paper to the nearest person to him. This idiot that you guys captured had something else too. Just so you know.
I slide over and grab it.
Okay. Which one do you read first? The one that Izithar hands you, Rinn, appears to be just like a single folded slip of paper.
Yeah, I'll open
Oh,
it.
it's a street pamphlet.
While the one that Synas has
It's involved.
appears to be like a small hand journal, like a tiny day planner kind of thing.
Right.
I'd say start with the sheet. Quicker
We'll
to
do
get
the
through.
easy one first, yeah.
Okay. As you unfold it, it is a little bloody, but not bad. It appears to be a scrawled, handwritten list of orders. Reading through it, the first line reads, "Retrieve White Dragon Mask. Assist Arcanist Krekark on his excursion. Protect at all costs. Rendezvous in Dwarven Ruin. Prepare to ascend mountain. Enthrall Cryovane. Look for the flame-haired girl. Signal for retrieval after subdual."
Cryovane.
That must be. Is that the white dragon?
Just gonna
must
toss.
be.
Gonna toss these names as they're spelled for you guys in here.
Also, does that name sound familiar to me? The Arcanist.
Not immediately to you, no.
Okay,
And Cryovane?
it's gotta be the white dragon. Got to be.
What did they say about in the paper? What does it say about Cryovane?
It says, "Prepare to ascend and ascend the mountain, enthrall Cryovane."
Oh!
They
That
said-
must be the mountain I saw.
Didn't we run across a dwarven ruin when we went to check out the Harper safe house?
I don't think you came across a dwarven ruin, no.
Wasn't it dwarven town? I don't remember.
It was a dwarven and a human town.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Okay, I was just curious.
Synas, as you begin thumbing through the journal, a lot of it is smeared and soaked in blood completely and illegible. But you do find a couple pages at the back that are readable. And it reads, "Following along with the Ocean Petal Kid will put us into Fandalin to begin our search.
What?
Mask must be located for Varam the White. Held by a drow, goes by the Spider. Rejoining brothers tonight in Foothills. Then we set for the cave."
What the fuck did they say about Ocean Petal?
They came in with ocean petal.
I knew he was. I see. I knew it.
Rinn, you have an amazing ability to fall in with people that you really shouldn't. Yes, I understand current party included may be implied there, but
Look, Ocean Petal was a strategic falling in with. I knew I needed to keep an eye on him.
There you go. That's what the two different notes say.
And I was right.
So yes, that is what you find.
or Ocean Petal was just a
No.
dumbass and had no idea who they were.
Also likely.
Then
Is that just
yeah,
the piece
actually,
of paper?
Say again, Reyka?
That was just on the piece of paper?
The first 3 lines are from the little journal that Synas has. The
Oh,
other
okay.
6
So we've
lines
read
are
both of them
from
now.
the list of orders on the paper.
Got it, okay.
Wait, who's this Venom the White? Is this one of their worm speakers?
worm speaker.
We heard that from the cultists. They're basically leaders of the cult. Basically, they represent each of the colors, and they're the ones that are supposed to use the masks. Basically, super powerful dudes, the cult leaders.
Is Thava actually explaining this to us?
I think
yes.
Thava would know all that,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
okay.
yeah. So she'd mention all that.
Well, how did the spider get a hold of it?
We should ask him.
Is he
And
not
not?
here? Is
you
he
see
here?
the drow is just like sitting 4 feet from you guys.
Yeah.
Well, how did you get a hold of the mask?
I
Rinn
mean,
approaches him, just very suddenly, and
He's-
kind of
So
points a
just
finger.
Keep your voice down.
He-
We don't want the cult to hear about this.
he looks up at you and just sighs. Well, I might have swiped it off of a Zentarum who was keeping it. I am unsure how the Zentarum would have come by such a powerful artifact, but I figured better in my hands than theirs. I know how dangerous these things are. I know that the cult has been looking for them for centuries. So finding one wandering around in the wild, I couldn't help myself.
That's a stroke of good luck on your part.
I suppose. I do believe it was what led them to me in the end, but
Did you? I need to know out of curiosity. Did you ever attempt to put the mask on?
absolutely not. No. I feared that attuning to such a thing, whether it is cursed or perhaps magically trapped, I would not like to risk it. Understand that these are artifacts that the cult uses to potentially or theoretically subdue and control chromatic dragons.
Did they make the masks themselves, or did somebody else make them?
The origin of them is not known, to my knowledge. But we know of the existence of them. Clearly, one is within our grasp here. And if we know of the existence of it, the fact that you all have it means you potentially have a very large target painted on your backs.
Right.
The same way that they found me, I assume, might be able to find you. I would get rid of it as soon as I could if I were you.
How do you get rid of such a thing that's so dangerous?
Well, you cannot destroy such things usually. Powerful artifacts are even nearly impossible to disenchant, let alone break or destroy. Your best bet would be to find some vault, something protected from magical detection, and store it in there.
Sounds very easy to find.
He just kind of grins at you a little bit. Then I'm sure you'll figure it right out, young lady.
Oh, what were you going to do with it if we didn't show up?
I was going to try and seek out a vault myself. Perhaps take
Why
it back.
can't you still?
Well, presumably you're going to kill me after all this. You've shown no mercy to anyone else.
I mean, you seem to know a lot about things. Might
I
be
do.
Worth keeping around for that.
You think we would have dragged you back out of that cave if we were planning to kill you?
I know that once individuals outlive their usefulness, adventuring groups often do away with them.
Well, like that.
Bud, you've probably killed more people than we have.
I don't think that's comparable to the situation here.
He's bloodthirsty. Absolutely. Bloodthirsty.
We don't kill prisoners.
Well, color me relieved. Either way about it. From one individual who values his life and blood being on the inside of his body, to the next, I would recommend you be rid of it at your earliest capabilities.
Well, do you have any leads?
No, that was something I was going to begin dealing with after this whole debacle with the forge and whatnot.
Well, would you like to find another way to make yourself useful?
I suppose I could. I get the feeling your townmaster will likely want to toss me in a jail of some sort, keep an eye on me. Perhaps I can be useful to them as well.
Well, I'm sure you'd understand that we don't know if we can trust you.
Absolutely. Nor do I know that I can trust you. We are on a neutral ground here.
Thava's gonna turn to Izithar. What do you plan to do with the Black Spider, you think? What would the Harpers do with him?
Well, he'll likely go to the tribunals, serve trial. We will probably have to lock him up in the town jail until I can arrange for his transport, and then he'll probably end up in, I don't know, Waterdeep or something.
So jail, got it.
That's what I have to do next, yeah. Synas, would you like to...
Oh, I was just going to say real quick. Do we feel we have more questions we need to ask the spider tonight?
Did we ever ask him if he knew why the cave the way it was with the magic? Like, altering the magic?
Guess we should ask. That makes sense. I don't think we did.
To that question...
Mr.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, well, I was just gonna rephrase the question in Bud's voice, but what were you gonna say, Dre?
I was going to answer the question. Go ahead and ask the question.
I was gonna say, like...
Mr. Black Spider, why was the cave so weird with magic? Do you know?
Oh, you mean the odd field that the forge emitted? Yes. It appeared to be some type of odd unraveling of magic.
Wait, no, it wasn't the forge. It was the crystals.
No, in this case, the forge was the side that the static emanation was occurring on. Your spells did not freak out when you were fighting the cultists.
Oh,
and you didn't feel
I thought you were talking about the weird vroom, vroom, vroom,
Oh, no.
thing.
Talking about the magic disruption that was occurring down there.
Okay, maybe that was like 3 sessions ago, so I was like,
Yeah. There was something wrong with the magic down there. I fell victim to it a couple times in trying to deal with the flame skull that was down there. I have reason to believe that some local anomaly of magic, something potentially a fracture in the weave, or perhaps that elemental sitting to fester for hundreds of years, caused some... I don't know. It wasn't wild magic. It was something different. But I could even feel it disperse once whatever you did to the forge had occurred.
Well, at least we got rid of it.
So I kind of missed the part where you guys were talking to them when you got back. Did he say the forge is inoperable now?
No, he doesn't know.
Oh, okay.
He just said that the odd unraveling of magic that was occurring was sourced from the forge, but if you dealt with the elemental, it might be fine now.
Well, are you talking about the conversation earlier or
The
right
conversation
now?
now.
Oh no, I'm talking about earlier because I missed some of that because I had to BRB. Did they mention because I came in at the end of it and it sounded like Gundren was saying that the forge is probably inoperable now.
Oh yeah, Gundren had said the forge might become a museum piece, but that there are still likely a lot of platinum and gold veins in the mining areas.
Okay, so it's still a rich mine, but it just might not be super mythical, crazy mine.
But he did say that, perhaps a mage down the line could reinvigorate the forge.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Are we still asking spider questions?
I can't think of any myself, but
I think we kind of left it on help us and we won't think about killing you, maybe.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
There are a plethora of magic items that you could identify as well, Synas.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna do that, but if we are done with the spider, because I know how mages work, I want to take like a piece of cloth or something and make a sort of not necessarily like full-on gag, but just something to mess with verbal spell casting.
Yeah, tying
just
basically a cloth
Oh, so you
around
should
his
do
mouth.
the same with the dragon cultist because he was flying earlier. He was casting fly or something.
Yeah, I'm just thinking now because we're about to probably long rest, and last thing we need is Misty Step. Whoop.
Whoop.
Like, oh,
Yep.
okay, bye.
Yeah, no, you fashion
yeah.
out of some cloth a couple of, basically not full gags, but enough to, you think, ruin verbal components.
Yeah, okay. And then I would absolutely love to identify the ring and the mace.
The ring from the forge?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think those are the only two
I believe
unidentified
so,
things we
yeah.
have.
There was another one that Bud took, remember?
Well, you guys identified that as a ring of protection.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I got that
Rinn.
on me.
Yeah, you spent that time.
Was there a second thing next to that mace?
There was not.
No.
It was
I
just
think
the
it was
mace
just the
leaning
mace.
against the
It
wall.
was just the mace, okay.
As you identify the ring, you discover it to be a ring of fire elemental command.
Oh.
I'm sorry, what?
Or so you know that that's what this item was, but you do not think that the magic within it is still operable. It's as if the ring is dormant.
Oh.
But you do learning what the item does, you learn that you could expend 2 of the ring's charges to cast Dominate Monster on a fire elemental. In addition, you have resistance to fire damage. You could also speak and understand Ignan. You also would know that if you help slay a fire elemental while attuned to the ring, you would gain access to additional properties, but you're not sure of those properties.
Okay, that sounds amazing.
Well,
Can
see
I-
if we can-
Can I hold it?
Yeah, sounds like something for the fighter mage in the party. Sure, go ahead, take it.
We'll have to see if we can find a way to maybe reinvigorate it at some point.
I would say it looks nice, but it is all charred, so.
I'm gonna
I
put
guess
it
it-
on my finger and just kind of hold it out.
You have a double-banded ring, which are linked together by a silver mithril chain. But it is, for all intents and purposes, not currently usable.
That's okay.
It
It's
looks
a
very
fashion
nice.
statement.
It is a fashion statement. It's a very good fashion statement. The mace. Trying to freaking find it. Yep. Okay. As you identify the mace, you discover this mace is a magical item, obviously. It is called Lightbringer.
Oh shoot!
It has a +1.
Sounds familiar.
It has a +1 to attack and damage rolls. You discover that it is capable to glow as bright as a torch with a single command word. And while glowing, it deals an extra 1d6 radiant damage to undead creatures.
Ooh. But nobody uses a mace, do they?
I mean, Thava can use one, but it's.
I'm wondering if that might be worth replacing my Q with. But
What's you again? A great axe? Or
It's a battle axe.
Oh, right. It wasn't that great for. I mean, sorry, no offense, but goblins.
It's a weapon. You're
Well,
not
Rick-
offending me.
What about Reyka? What is Reyka using as a weapon?
I have some short swords and a bow.
Sounds like it should go to Reyka or me.
Yeah, but if you, okay, like out of character, if you want to spread the wealth, if you take it, I would say give Hugh to Reyka.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
Or
if I did
whatever.
that.
I'm just trying to spread the wealth of magic items around to people. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That would
Is
also solve.
mace
if-
a single, like a one-handed item?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Yep.
a very simple weapon.
it's you can two-handed, I think, right? Or
I
is-
think-
no,
I think you can
no,
with
it's not
maces.
versatile. It's,
No?
I don't think it's versatile.
No, it's not a versatile weapon. You can just one-hand it.
I forget that I'm confusing it with 3.5 rules. Where you can
Yeah.
still- yeah. I mean, it's still a nice one-handed weapon. You just couldn't dual wield with it because they're not.
Okay,
it's
yeah,
not
that's-
light.
Yeah.
That's my question, as I really enjoy dual wielding.
Yeah,
I
Reyka wouldn't be
mean-
able to wield the two swords.
I mean, unless you want to keep it for utility for undead. I mean, I could use as a sidearm right now. I have a short sword as a sidearm, just to
Oh.
have it in case my blade vanishes. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
It's
mean,
up to you
that's-
guys.
I suppose.
Technically, druids can use them. Synas doesn't wear metal armor, but
You can wield metal
Yeah,
weapons.
a metal, like a scimitar is metal, and
Yeah.
druids use that. So like,
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, you can
he's
wield
not
that mace.
super
Uh-huh.
naturey, you know.
Yeah, it was well, yeah. I mean, whatever. I think it should go to someone else other than like. Should either go to one of the rangers or Synas, I guess. Because Rinn can't use maces, can she? Okay.
No.
Okay.
I mean,
I mean, it's a simple weapon, right? Do you
is-
have proficiency in simple weapons?
uh,
Down in the bottom left on the character
You're
sheet.
telling me you can't use a piece of metal attached to a stick?
look, I don't do the swinging of objects. It's just
It's more
not my
useful
thing.
for the light, so you don't have to worry about focusing on your dancing lights to see in combat.
According to my character sheet, I have a proficiency with crossbows, light weapons, daggers, darts, quarterstaffs, and slings.
Okay, so not maces.
Not
Yeah,
maces.
don't think a mace fits that. Yeah.
Well, the undead feature is nice too. The extra damage on undead is handy. I think it would also prevent undead if it's radiant damage from getting the what is it, that one
Undead
thing that lets them
fortitude.
stand back up? Yep.
Yep. Fire and radiant damage.
I feel like it sounds best for Bud, honestly, because I have a bunch of ways to do radiant damage myself. So
Yeah, Bud doesn't mind not dual wielding, right?
Bud likes to shoot bows.
Like with Hugh and this mace?
You can't because they're both
Yeah, they're both one-handed
light.
weapons that aren't light, so you can't dual wield them. You'd have to choose to wield either the mace and like a shield in your
Yeah.
offhand, or the axe.
Right. So does anybody want Hugh if I take the mace?
You can
What
also-
is it? What is the damage on it? What does it do?
One, it's just an extra +1. It's a +1 mace, but it has a thing where if you strike undead with it while it's glowing, you can just turn off and on the glowing feature, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It'll do an extra, what did you say, 1d6 radiant
Yes.
damage? to
And
undead?
maces by default do 1d6, so this would be a 1d6 plus 1 damage.
Yeah.
And
My
you don't
Hugh
have
does
dark-
1d8
Yes.
plus 2.
And battle axe are versatile, so you can two-hand them.
Yeah,
if I
so
remember
it's
correctly,
Yep.
right?
probably
Yeah.
better for me
That's
to
correct.
use this or have that, on hand to to use it for that. So I can take it and I will just use it for the situations.
The way to give yourself some light as well, since you're one of the two without dark vision.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
I
Yeah,
will
that's fine.
unequipped my light hammer and Can I do this, Dre? Can I have Hugh and this mace?
You can have the
Equipped.
mace, yeah, you can have the mace like slung on your hip, but if you were to pull one out in combat, like you would have to put one away. You can't have both of them out at the same time.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless you take that feat, which
Yes.
is a cool feat, but it's, dual wielding, whatever it's called.
Yeah. What is this called?
It's called Lightbringer, Lightbringer.
There are 2 that popped up.
I'm going to go to your character sheet and add the one that needs to be in it then.
Weapon, mace, common.
We didn't even have to worry about the full concentrated power of the sun blowing up a temple. To get that, great.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
why
that's
they
why I
don't
was
have
like,
there.
oh, that sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be overpowered to
Astarion.
give people at this level.
I mean, that's practically
God, that
when you
voice
get
line
it
he
there.
does is so good. for
You
that.
dropped a bloody building on me!
Oh, what a great actor.
Astarion, A+, amazing.
The only other thing that I can think to do tonight, now that identifying is done, and now that we're not in a stressful situation, I want to take another look at that map with like the shifting ink and stuff on it.
Yes.
Like, can I get any more detail on that, or is it still kind of just vague and
It's
weird?
very vague right now still. Almost as if it's cloudy. The ink shifts around on it. There is... Well, the only feature that's on it is this gothic-looking mansion with a raven perched atop it that kind of sinks into the map and then appears in a different corner and then vanishes, and everything's kind of very wibbly-wobbly on this weird piece of paper.
And there's no other landmarks or mountains or anything
Not at the
marked on
moment.
it? Shoot. Okay.
Mystery side quest.
I was hoping maybe since I've been around, I might be able to spot a different landmark, but I don't think Synas has ever come across anything like that, if I had to
Sure.
guess.
You should show it to the Black Spider. Maybe he knows something.
That's not a bad idea. Well, it was over on the east side, and they were on the west side of the cave, but I mean, it's worth a try. Yeah. Could ask him.
You show it to him.
Yeah.
He just shakes his head as he can't really talk at the moment.
Well, I mean, obviously, I would ungag him,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, you gagged him?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a spellcaster, and like Misty Step is only verbal
Verbal.
component.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I want to make sure that neither of the spellcasters just like up and leave the moment long rest is done, right?
Gotcha.
He shakes his head a bit as he looks over it. I don't think I encountered that, no.
Hmm.
Looks as though you have some sort of magical map for sure, though. I wonder where it will lead you.
Guess we'll hold on to it for now. Can't hurt to carry it.
Maybe you could show Gundren. He also knows things.
Gundren has no idea.
Okay.
I was gonna say, yeah.
He does not know that.
Gundren knows even less.
Gundren knows mountains and stuff.
Also, I'll be right back again.
If there's nothing else, you guys can go ahead and take a long rest. if you'd like.
Please.
And we can hit level 20.
Oh, level up!
And if there is nothing else, you guys will attain your level 5.
Oh, yeah, we probably have
Finally.
to. We gotta actually make it through the night, though, right?
Yes, you do need to make it
Shit,
through the night.
Right.
If you'd like to post watches, you can.
Oh no, somebody's watch is gonna be lonely.
Yeah. Rinn's watch is gonna be lonely.
Cup Niah's ears.
Yeah.
You'll have to cup the space where her ears would have been.
Guys, I don't know if me being alone and a watch is a very good idea.
We may need to change the order around a little bit. Both Bud and Reyka are pretty perceptive, so we probably shouldn't have them on the same.
Yeah, and
The same
Reyka's pretty
shift.
good by herself if Bud wants to stay up with Rinn.
Yep. You can do that.
Drake, are you saying that because you'd rather not stay up with me?
Oh, and obviously I'm gonna set an alarm
Yep,
around our
yep.
little camp.
Yeah, I'm just going to assume going forward you're doing that unless you tell me otherwise, basically.
Yep, just always ritual casting orb.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, for the first watch then, which would normally have been Rinn and
usually,
Niah, I believe.
yeah, I know.
Bud or Reyka, which one of you would like to help her, if you would like to help her?
Do it.
Yeah, okay. So, Bud and Rinn stay up a bit past everyone going to sleep. And you guys can roll me perception checks at disadvantage.
I would like to help by cupping Bud's lack of ears.
He does not have ears, yes.
I've got ear holes.
Here, let me help you with that. Maybe I
Go
can
ahead
help
and
direct.
make a straight roll because her help will cancel out the disadvantage because neither of you have dark vision.
Okay.
Dancing lights.
You can't.
Let's-
That only lasts some minutes, so this is for the 3 hours of watching.
Shit.
Hold on. I was dealing with level 5 stuff.
You're fine.
Hold on. Let me go back to characters.
Do we just put the 2 people who can't see in the dark on a watch?
Yes.
together?
I mean, the problem is even if Reyka was with you, then the second shift is just Bud. And then,
In the dark alone.
Well,
Yeah.
what about you
I-
two?
I
Synas
roll-
and Thava.
and then Thava's all alone with the weak perception.
This is with my level 5 stats. I rolled a 3 plus 5, so it's an 8.
Okay.
Aw, yeah.
You don't
I
seem.
can't see.
You don't seem to notice really anything. Maybe Rinn trying to do the same thing she did before with Niah with the ear cupping actually just basically blocks all your hearing.
Bud probably doesn't even know this.
Yeah.
Does he? I'm like,
Wait,
No,
what are you doing?
You've never seen her do that because you've been asleep every time. But you don't seem to notice anything. Unlike before, you heard, distant yells and screams and odd
Oh, that's nice.
sounds before. You hear the drips of water on stone, but nothing more than that.
Okay.
And you can wake up Thava and Synas for their watch. I think Thava's still away, but
She usually just gives me.
yeah, so
advantage,
just go ahead and roll at advantage.
So 11.
11 at advantage.
Yeah.
Um,
2 and a 5.
Gotta stop doing that.
Dude, I've just been awful.
all
today,
single digits.
Except for that one D100.
Crazy. And even that was technically bad.
It was
Technically.
technically bad, but worked out.
Okay. Much the same. You hear distant clicks and thunks of rock displacing and falling, and the gentle drips of water upon stone, and nothing more. As the members of your party wake you up, Reyka, you could go ahead and roll your solo watch for me.
It's perception, right?
That is correct. You do have dark vision, right?
Okay, yep.
Yep, so you can make it just normally.
22.
22. Wow. You notice primarily that after Synas and Thava have gone back to bed, the spider is just sitting there awake, watching, keeping an eye on everyone as well. As he is an elf, he does only need to sleep about 4 hours a night instead of the full 8. So he just sits there silently. But you notice, again, much the same. Dripping of water, maybe the gentle rustle of wind. You do hear the waves in the distance, that booming every couple of minutes, reminding you of the cave that you had just managed to leave. You feel a couple hours go by, and obviously as you're miles underground, there's no sunrise to indicate that your watch is complete. But your party begins to stir and has their morning rations before you guys would begin to set out again. You could get your stuff together, and Gundren will lead, with Synas' help probably, out of the cave using the maps that Gundren has. The spider and the cultist are both still there in the morning when everyone wakes up.
They better be.
Nice of him.
It takes, probably 5 hours straight of marching to get out of the cave. Kind of want to wait for Thava to come back.
Yeah, I can go pee again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll
I
be
find
fine.
a rock somewhere.
Yeah, a different
also
fork in the
could,
tunnel.
Find my own little
Mhm.
crevice.
Yep. No one ever really talks about the technicalities of having to be people while you're adventuring.
I have a 3rd level spell slot
You
now.
do. All the
shoot.
the full
I'm back.
spellcasters have gained their 3rd level spell slot, which does mean Rinn has Fireball now.
Wait. Oh, what?
you
Why?
com-
Why are we
you-
gonna come back
you-
and there's fireballs?
You completed
being flung?
your long rest. It's fine.
Okay. I was like, oh shit, Jesus
It's fine.
Christ,
You're fine.
fireballs.
All you need to know is that Rinn has Fireball. I guarantee it.
Oh, that's right. We leveled up.
You're level 5. You do succeed. You successfully become level 5.
Cool.
Congratulations.
Thank God. Fuck. 2 attack. I can hit
Martial
people
attack.
twice.
You all your martials. You now have two main attacks you can do per turn, which
Sorry.
is very
Sorry.
nice. It's a huge upgrade. So
It
Bud,
is huge.
Reyka, and Thava will all be able to attack twice per turn, and Reyka will actually technically get to attack 3 times per turn.
And I get a
Good lord.
kind of disgusting healing spell.
Mm-hmm.
I love you, Aura of Vitality.
Or a vitality, so
by
good.
the way, are we still going or are we wrapping
I
up?
was going to wrap up, but Rhos and Axe have stepped away for a moment while you were away too.
Oh my god.
I am
Aura-
back.
Okay.
Back and
Welcome
empty.
back. I came back as well, and Dre was talking about you getting fireballs, and I'm like, oh god, no.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Aura
that's
of-
right!
Yes,
Oh,
you
shit, I
get
just got
your, you get
reminded.
your 3rd level spell slot now, Rhos. So
Ah!
you can take
Now
Fireball
she's
if you want.
Yeah, I do.
Uh-huh.
I do want.
I know you want.
Ah.
So we're all officially leveled up now?
Yes, you're all officially level 5. We'll just do a little bit of wrap up here. As you guys wake up, everything seems fine. All your prisoners are still with you. Gundren and Synas lead your way out of the depths of these caves, returning to the same point you had entered. And you had rolled a big rock out of the way and cleared a bunch of snow out. As you approach this, there's like a wall of snow that kind of blocks the way out. Does not look like one day of snowfall. Synas, you very familiar with the fact that this looks like many days worth of snow buildup.
Oh.
Digging through the snowbank and out into the air again, it is still cloudy and overcast. There is still snow raining down upon the area. Gently, but it is still constantly snowing. Your trek back to Fandalen is fairly uneventful. Due to the fact that you have made your way through here before, and the landscape has not really changed that much. I won't make you make a survival check for this. You can pick your way along the cliff faces. But I will point out that your previous trail that you had used to get here is completely gone and covered. You cannot find the footprints that you had left in the snow coming here. It takes you the majority of the day to get back, and the sun has well set by the time you guys are walking back into Fandalen. The guards, who are now standing at what is a palisade wall that has been constructed around the front entrance area to Fandalen, stop you and hold up some torches, going, "Oi, aren't you the party that left with the dwarf about a week ago?
Yes.
You've been gone 11 days. Thought you were dead."
Not most of us. At
We were-
least.
We need
We were
you.
gone
You're,
Not gone 11 days.
11 days?
To
Wait
your,
a minute.
To your knowledge, you were only gone for 3.
What?
The town master told us to keep an eye out for you, colourful lot, and send you his way. He's been pacing a trench in his fucking office, so yeah, I'd get going.
Did we just come back as a party, or is Gundren and anyone
No,
else?
everyone is with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Gundren and be like, "Da fuck."
He frowns a bit beneath his beard and shrugs, looking just as confused as you.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the black spider and say, "Da fuck." What does he look like?
He does not show any emotion towards this.
Okay, those are the 2 guys who know things. I didn't even know.
So those spectators had been down there for like 1,500 years. If they said they hadn't heard from the master in like 500 years.
So,
As they step aside and direct you toward the town master's hall, you guys make your way over there, Gundren and everyone following in tow. Though Gundren does peel off to head to the inn with his brother's corpse and with his other living brother in tow. And as you open the door, Sildar, dressed in a much more, what one might say, governor's outfit, with a long sort of robe and nice pleated jacket and pants, turns to look at all of you. His brows come up and he smiles. Well, I'll be damned. You're alive. I thought Gundren led you all to your deaths. After not hearing anything for a while, I was getting a bit worried.
right. What's weird about that is we thought we were only gone for 3 days. It seems like time passes a little differently in the cave.
Oh, that's quite not good, is it?
Quite not good indeed.
Well, worry not about this. I'll make up some tea for all of you. And your new friends can go in the jail, I assume, given their manacled statures.
It would probably be best.
And as your party begins to settle down, he attends you guys with hot cups of tea, and locks the 2 individuals in the 2 different cells, to keep them apart. And as he makes sure the fire is nice and roaring, so it's a very wonderful, warm space in the Town Master's Hall here, as we kind of pan out away from your party and out the window on this very snow-covered night scene in Fandalen. Go ahead and end tonight's session.
Wow.
Yeah.
With a bit of knowledge, unfortunately a lost friend, and a lot to unpack. But congratulations, you made it to level 5.
Five.
But at what cost?
But at what cost? And thank you guys for watching and hanging out with us. We'll figure out what happens next and what the next adventure will be for the Dorks in Danger.
Dorks in danger.
Da 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 da, Dorks in danger!
That's them.